Hi guys, thanks for coming and checking out my channel. I am going to show you how to get this look right here, the eye makeup and the lips. I already did my base makeup and my eyebrows, and I just kind of dove into the eye makeup. So if you would like to see this look, please continue watching. So I'm going to start out by using my MAC Soft Ochre Paint Pot, and for this I just like to use my finger and just dab it on. What I like to do after that is just use a skin toned shadow just to set that in place. And again, just using my finger, keeping it easy. And the one that I use for that is this one. It's Brulee by MAC. After that, I'm just getting a brush, fluffy blending brush. This is the MAC 217, and going into the Lorac Pro palette and getting this color right here, which is called Nectar. It's just kind of like a peachy matte color, and that's going to be our transition. So just start blending that out into your crease. And that's going to make all these funky colors blend a lot easier. So now what I'm going to do is get my Urban Decay Electric palette and use this green color right here. It is called Thrash. It's just like a bright lime green color, and I'm putting it on the same brush, just like on the tip of the brush though, not like really getting in it with my brush, tapping off the excess. And then we're going to blend that on the inner half of our crease. Don't go too far over towards the outer part of your eye. Just keep it on the inner half. And then back to our Lorac Pro palette. I'm going to use this color called Jade. It's just this like really pretty deep green color. And again, same brush, keeping it on the tip of the brush. And that's going in our outer half of the crease. So after we've put down that green one and it's, it's blended enough, I'm going to get the plum color from the palette, and it's called Plum. Same brush, and we're bringing that on the outer corner of the lid. So not up in the crease, out on the lid. And you can bring that up into the crease, doesn't really matter. You're not going to see very much of that, like if you go into the crease. The two will just kind of like blend together, but we're really focusing it on like the outer part of the lid. Then we're going to go back to our electric palette, and then we're going to use the color called Urban, which is the dark purple. And again, same brush. I like to keep it really, really easy and just use one brush to put down all my shadow colors if it's possible. So like basically you can see I worked from like light to dark, so that way your dark colors, like you're not gonna have a dark color on your brush and then try and go in with a really light color. So you can just keep it really simple and just use one brush for everything. So that color Urban is gonna go on the inner third, or the middle third of the lid, and you can kind of blend those two together. And if you need to get like a little bit more of that plum color from the Lorac palette on your brush to kind of blend those, you can go ahead and do that. Sometimes it'll make it easier. After you do that color Urban, we're going to go with Jilted, which is from the Electric palette as well. It's like the lighter, more grapey purple. And then that's going to go right here on this empty space. And so once we have those set, I like to go in with like a pencil brush. I'm just using a MAC 219. And back from our Lorac palette, I'm getting this color called Rose, which is right here. And it's just like a really pretty like neutral shimmery color. It's kind of like a rose gold color. And that is going on the very inner corner. And then we're going to bring that under, sorry, I need to tilt my head. Under the lower lash line, about halfway across. If it's like a little more than that, it's fine, because we're going to go in with a darker color that's going to really blend in with it, and just make it like a really nice like light to dark on the lower lash line. So the dark color that I used for that was Plum from the Lorac palette. That is a lot of times to say Lorac in like very short amount of time. And then that's just going on the lower lash line and blending it in with the rose at the center. And just kind of like placing that down if you need a little more, you know, to get it nice and opaque. And you just kind of work it. And then, like I said, I like to go in with like a clean blending brush at the end for all of it, just to make sure everything is nice and diffused. And I just basically go all around the edges, make sure everything just blends. So if your blend game is not strong, this is the time to make it strong. Like that. So after all this, I went in with a chromographic pencil by MAC in pure white and just put that on the waterline. Because it's white, you might have to kind of like put it on and then sharpen it and then do it again, because those dark colors that we use, like especially when you're going under the lower lash line, those dark colors could have gotten like on your waterline, so it'll kind of muddy up that white. So you might have to, like I said, do it and then sharpen it and do it again, and you can see it makes it a much brighter white just by doing that. So just a tip. We're gonna do some fun liner. I chose Rich Purple Chromoline liner by MAC, and I'm just getting that on a 266 brush by MAC. It's just an angled brush. I find that angled brushes are easier to do liner with. That is just my personal opinion. Some people like fine liner brushes. I just think that a angled brush makes everything nice and simple. So I'm just looking straight into my mirror. Sorry, my mirror's down here. And just kind of setting where I want that line to be, and kind of just looking between my left eye and my right eye to make sure that it's nice and even. And then you just bring it back in. And now on my right eye, it's a little bit more extended. So you just kind of bring it out a bit. And you just work at it until they're nice and even on both sides. So once we're happy with that line, I'm going to go ahead and do a little bit of mascara. The one that I chose to use, just because it's like one of my favorite mascaras right now, is the MAC Extended Play, and I chose the Giga Black Lash. So here is the look. Now I'm going to zoom out so you can see the rest of the face. Okay, so to finish off the look, I'm just going to put on some like neutral-ish lips. I'm using lip liner by MAC in Cork. So then I'm just going to kind of like lightly fill in that lip with the liner. So once you've done that, just rub them together, I guess, you know. And then I'm going in with MAC lipstick in High Tea. Right over top. So that's the lip. I love it. I think it's nice and easy. And High Tea, the lipstick, is a luster, so it doesn't have a whole ton of pigment to it. So it's kind of just like smoothing out that liner color and giving it some shine, and it kind of lightens it up a little bit. So I just like that color overall. If you have green eyes like me, this is going to be a very complimentary look for your eye color. And then obviously you can change up the lip color, do whatever you want with it. And you obviously don't have to use these exact products or these exact colors. Use colors that are complimentary to you, because this look's not going to look great on everybody. Just do what you're comfortable with. If you want to swap out some of these colors for like neutral brown tones or something like that, go for it. If you're more comfortable with black liner as opposed to purple liner, go ahead and do that too. This is just like a fun, colorful look. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Bye.